Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on short notice. We are here to talk about the big news of the day. Aulani, a Disney resort and spa, is working to reopen on November 1st with a phased reopening. So I'm here with Doobie, the co-founder and Lord and Master of LaughingPlace.com. As well as our friend Heather from Mouse Fan Travel, who
hi guys,
is our preferred travel partner and is always there when we have weird questions about bookings and things, and has rebooked me more than I think I've ever booked before in the last 6 months. But so Heather, I mean, I know there's still a lot of questions, and they're just sort of starting the process. But what do we know thus far?
Well, in typical Disney fashion, they didn't release much information. That's going to come. But what we do know is that they are beginning a phased reopening on November 1st, which is about 2 weeks after the state of Hawaii is opening to the rest of us.
So the state of Hawaii has said, you can't come without a quarantine. And then that's going to change October 5th, where you just need to have a test, a negative test.
Yes, so starting,
right?
Yes, this starts October 15th, and it's only for U.S. residents. European visitors and other visitors are not able to visit the U.S. as of yet. So this is just for U.S. residents, and you need a negative NAAT COVID test within 3 days of your arrival in Hawaii. So what does that mean? That means if you receive one of these tests, it comes back negative, you'll arrive at the Honolulu airport. You present the test results. You're going to fill out a medical questionnaire. You're also going to get a temperature check. And if all of that checks out, you can go and enjoy your vacation, which is fantastic because before that, it was a 14-day quarantine, which, I mean, I wouldn't mind the idea of quarantining in Hawaii for 14 days, but it's not really it's not feasible. You can't really do that.
Can't you quarantine?
So really, Disney's joining in for 2 weeks, kind of to get the kinks out of that system, and then now that Hawaii is opening up, they can open up. I got that right?
Exactly, and it's important to and in the most important, I guess, fine print, it has to be an FDA approved NAAT test. It can't just be any COVID test. That's the only ones they're going to accept. So, do a little research where you can get them. I know as of right now, Kaiser Permanente facilities are offering them. CVS is also offering them, which is great because it's close by most people, but you do have to make an appointment. So make sure if you're planning to go in November or December, you try to get your appointment now set up. This way, you can go and get those test results.
And you have that window, so you can't do it too early, you can't do it too late. So timing matters.
Exactly. And there is, if you go ahead, Doobie.
I was going to say, you said the test needs to be taken within 3 days, correct?
Within 3 days, and it has to come back with a negative result. So now, I've tried to get COVID. I feel like I've tried to go get appointments. I'm sorry, we have a delay, but I've been trying to get appointments. It's hard to get them, and it takes longer to get them back. So I'm hoping that means they're kind of starting to work, able to get those results back to you faster.
Yeah, that's the part that confused me is taking a test 3 days before and getting the result in time to fly is not, from the people I've talked to who've taken the test, not always the case.
No, it doesn't normally come back in 3 days, which is what worries me a little. But so according to the Hawaii Tourism Authority, if you take a test within 72 hours and your results are still pending, you can travel to Hawaii. You fill out your declaration form at the airport, you get your temperature check, and then you continue on to your destination, whether you're renting a condo or it's Aulani, and then you have to quarantine until your results are back in. So whether that is 1 day, 3 days, but quarantine means if you're at Aulani, you don't get to go to the restaurants, you can't go to the beach, you can't go to the pool, you have to sit in your hotel room and have everything delivered to you until you can prove that you have that negative test result.
And my understanding is that the reason they picked the dates that they did is they expect that testing will be quicker and more available. Because this isn't the first reopening date that Hawaii has given us. They've kept pushing it with the understanding that, testing should become available more readily. I'm aware of the United is offering testing for flights going to Hawaii out of SFO, including the rapid Abbott test. So you could get it at the airport and get in 15 minutes, get the negative test.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming is that, especially if you can get it at the airport, or if your doctor is part of the Kaiser Permanente chain, or if your doctor has the NAAT test, that you can probably get your results a lot faster than, say, maybe going to CVS. But I'm really hoping CVS has it under control. Not that many people are needing to be tested now, so they can get those results to you faster.
And for those that, might want to book it, and then, maybe this doesn't happen as fast as we want. What has Aulani updated, or what's their cancellation policy like? So if you get, let's say you book November 1st and the testing is just not feasible at that point, are they being flexible?
They're being super flexible. They actually just instituted a new flexible cancellation policy where if you are traveling through May 20th of next year, you can cancel your trip up until 24 hours prior for a full refund. So, either a full refund or you can move it to future dates. But I mean, that's pretty great to me. So there's really no reason to not book it, knowing that you can have that peace of mind.
So you can park it, and if just the world's not ready, or the numbers, the testing, the virus takes a turn, you're still covered. You're not beholden to, being stuck. I'll be honest, I booked it just because I want something to look forward to, but I know if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So it is.
We're going on November 1st.
Yeah.
I'm going to crash.
I have a question. So Disney has opened up a few hotels already in Florida. I don't know how much details they've given about the changes we can expect, but maybe you can talk about from the Floridian experience. What can people expect once they actually get there, perhaps?
So they've announced nothing. They just said a phased reopening. So what does that mean? Your guess is as good as mine, but if we're looking at Florida, it's probably going to be reduced capacity, maybe 25, 30% of the hotel. They have DVC villas there too. And I know DVC has sent out a notice that it is opening. So DVC villas will also be opening along with the hotel. But I'm just assuming at reduced capacity. They have Makahiki, which is their buffet restaurant there, one of only 3 main restaurants, sit-down restaurants, not grab and go. I'm assuming that's either not going to open, or it will open as kind of a family style, like they're doing at Biergarten. There most likely will be not character meet and greets. They'll probably do more socially distant meet and greets. I'm going to assume that they are not going to be offering any classes that they normally offer, or if they do, it will be reduced capacity. I'm curious as to what they're going to do with the pool area. Is everything going to be open, or only certain pools will be open? I'm not sure.
Now, my understanding is there's a special offer to kind of make people comfortable. And so, if for those that do feel comfortable, now may actually be a great time to go. It's going to be a different experience, but in terms of economics, it seems like Disney understands that and is doing a special offer.
I mean, listen, if there's going to be reduced crowds, you're not going to keep me away from Aulani. Just to sit at the pool and not have to fight for a chair, that would be great. So they're trying to sweeten the deal, like you said, and they're offering this special offer. They just call it their summer and fall offer. So you can save up to 35% on your 5-night stay. So obviously, the longer you stay, the more you'll get off. So if you stay for 3 nights, you're saving 25%. 4 nights is 30%, and 5 nights is 35%. And it's good for almost every room category except the 3-bedroom villas. You do have to book it by October 24th. So that's 1 month from today. You have to take advantage of it. And it's good for almost every night until November 22nd. It excludes Thanksgiving and then picks up again November 28th through December 21st. So pretty much
I like how
anytime
the summer and fall offer ended up being like a November offer.
We're going to go right till Christmas, basically.
But thanks so much for sharing all that. If we recommend, especially in these times, and it's not just because they're our partners, but when it comes to like adjusting things and moving things and having these questions, we recommend using a travel partner, and our recommended travel partner is Mousefan Travel, mousefantravel.com, and you can work with one of the many people there. Joshua Smith is concerned that there will be no Olu merchandise in November in Florida, so that the Polynesian was selling the Olu merchandise because Aulani was closed. So I don't know if they're going to ship it all back to Hawaii or if it will still be there. I understand your concern, Joshua. We sympathize and we empathize, and but we are excited that people can go visit Aulani, especially for those that might not be super comfortable in the theme park environment yet. As the parks get busier in the holidays, it's still a relaxed Disney experience without, having to get on attractions and things like that.
So I wanted to just mention, in addition to Aulani, obviously, Heather and Mousefan Travel are wonderful for any Disney vacation. And for Universal, I actually got a booking recently from Heather for my upcoming trip where we'll be staying at Cabana Bay. So I don't know if all of our people know that they are awesome for Universal Studios travel as well.
Yeah, you guys have really good travel coming up, and I'm jealous. I keep booking your trips going, man, I got to do one for myself.
It sounds great. Sounds like they have a plan. Sounds like they're flexible if that plan needs to change. And it looks, we've been hearing a lot about what Disney's doing to make sure everyone's safe. And having recently been to Walt Disney World, I can say I felt very safe there. I mean, as safe as I'm going to be outside of the four walls of my house. So, I think this might be a good opportunity for people to check out Aulani if they're comfortable with it, and enjoy it and at its most accessible, both in terms of capacity and in terms of finances. So
yeah, I mean, with the discount and even flights, they're so cheap now. I mean, if you are thinking about Aulani and you're comfortable traveling, I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it now. Just like going to Walt Disney World where there's no lines, that's fantastic. So Aulani is going to be great. I'm very excited to see what their phases are and what's going to open up with the resort on November 1st.
Me too, especially since we have a website that needs to cover these things. So thank you so much, Heather, for joining us. It's great to have someone who knows all the details that you do. Obviously, more to come from Disney, and as soon as we get it from Disney, we'll share it. And but once again, if you're looking and you have questions, feel free to contact Mousefan Travel, and they will be able to either answer your questions or tell you, that information's coming, or can get in touch with you when they have the information. And I've asked all sorts of weird questions on my trip, and they always get the answer. And so we look forward to it. So thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys. This is great.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.